Hello, everyone who's watching. I'm back on YouTube after a long time. You can type in the comments if you want to say anything, if you want to chat. I'm finishing a harness. Sewing the zipper on. Just have to finish it. Not too much to go. I'm really getting into leather making right now. Bondage. So I want to be starting a couple of online shops or online places where people can buy the things I make. One of those will be most likely Etsy. Then I might have my own website. Also, it's quite likely I'll be selling on eBay, but maybe not as much as on Etsy. but there should be international shipping available from probably all the sites. So it's not going to be just for the people living in the UK. As I've noticed that second one is Germany, and the third one is UK. No one's typing. At least say whether you can hear me. Can you hear me or not? Because I've been talking here for the past 5 minutes. I'm probably gonna have a lot of time for making videos right now because the whole UK is on lockdown, which sounds fun. I mean, lockdown, that's sounds like something like a prison thing, which I always dreamt of. Too bad that they don't force us into shackles and like actually take us into real prisons. Now, I think I'm one of very few people that would enjoy something like that if police actually came to everyone's door and like arrested us for no reason, right? And just fucking chained us up on here, but and put us in like a prison van or actually prison bus. Yeah, prison bus. Like one street into one prison bus. All in a chains in a chain gang. Well, there's supposedly 3 people watching, but I don't know how many people are actually listening to my crap that I'm saying. If someone could at least make themselves visible. It would be a great addition to this live stream if I could answer people's questions like it used to be. Well, I guess one person now ran away because I was pushing too much. But as you can see, I'm sewing this. It's a pretty lengthy process, like hand sewing with needles like this. It's also, sewing into the like really thick leather. That's Thank God I'm not sewing two pieces of same thick leather together. This time it's just sewing on a zip, right? Which is just fabric, sort of, that the zip is made of. And of course, the metal teeth, but it's just fabric to one piece of thick leather like this. Because if I was sewing two pieces of leather like this together, which I did before to make my backpack, which I'm going to show you sometime, I don't know, maybe on this live stream. Yeah, but I've been really enjoying making things out of leather. I guess I could have been recording it, and therefore at the same time. Yeah, maybe this is the solution, even though I know the audio is bad on this live stream. I hate it myself, so yeah, the visual quality has improved. Compared to my old live streams, but I don't like the audio still. I mean, I guess the audio could improve if I gotten some kind of microphone. Maybe I'll try that later on. Well, but what's the point when now there's one person watching? You're definitely not going to spend 50, £100 on a mic for, 3 people to come in initially into a live stream and then ending up with one person and not a single person saying anything to me. I'm not complaining, I'm just commenting on the facts. I understand that after, such a long break in their subscription feed for quite a while, but I didn't finish what I was saying about sewing two pieces of leather together, two pieces of thick, hard leather like this, just with needles and your bare hands. Now I know there's probably some things that you can put on your fingers and stuff like that too. What I was gonna say is, let's just say your fingers will get pretty bloody probably if you're sewing all day long. I literally had like deep cuts on the sides of my fingers from the thread digging into my fingers. Literally, like my flesh was splitting. My fingers were splitting in half. The interesting thing is, well, I said bloody. There was no blood. It simply just cut so clean, but really deep into my skin that it basically just split somehow. Yeah, but it looked pretty gruesome. Oh, I'm kind of sewing this kind of close. I hope the actual zipper moving part, whatever it's called, pulling tab, will be able to slide through freely. Well, I'll just have to try, find out. But I'm close to finishing right now. It's just the one thing is finishing the line, the whole line along the zipper, and then the actual finishing part where you go backwards, but not all the way, just a few holes backwards and then forward again to make it really tight at the end. And then sort of, then you have to tie it off into a knot at the end so that the thread doesn't start coming loose after some time. I don't know, hopefully some people will watch this live stream afterwards, after I finish it. It's already 20 minutes. It's gonna be probably still quite a few minutes because, well, I'll just keep this live on until I finish this harness, and then I'll switch it off and I'll start thinking about what else to do a live stream about or what else to make a video about. There's going to be a lot more videos and live streams about leather making, leathercraft, making goods, fashion accessories, bondage gear from leather. Also, quite an exciting thing, impact play toys. All right, if you know what that is, it's surprising they're quite easy to make and they look good. And they deliver pretty good pain. Pretty good pain. I started making 2 impact play toys yesterday, and I try them on, like try them on myself. So basically, just totally just whipping myself with them, on a bare skin, just to test the pain level, the sting level, and also the marking that it leaves. And boy, oh boy, I can tell you, because I'm using real leather, absolutely real leather, not some polyurethane or leatherette or whatever they call it, faux leather. The real leather, and also it's really thick. Like mine is really thick. The leather that I use is 3 millimeters in thickness, and you know, like, let's say, if you know what flogger is, yeah, obviously you got, it's almost like little tail, like a horse tail, like you got these little small straps. Let's just say, very primitively call it, you got these you got these hairs, long hairs. And when those hit you, and the ones that I make, it stings so bad. But obviously, for people who love pain, who think pain is pleasure, that's exactly what they're looking for. This was an exciting live stream. Well, it's not over yet, but fucking not a single person said anything. So I just went on a monologue. But as I said, maybe my, like, other subscribers, a lot of other subscribers, right, of mine, who actually would have said something, but obviously they might have not known because I didn't announce anything. Even though I sort of, yesterday, but it was quite late, right? Yesterday at night, I uploaded a video, first time in a while, and that was sort of to resurrect my channel and resurrect my viewers, sort of tell them as a, as a form of a notification that I'm back. And, if you like watching my videos, you should probably, get active again and keep on the lookout for my channel, because you don't know the day and the hour that I will get on here and make a live stream, because I don't know that either. And I don't like to schedule anything and promise anything or whatever, because I can function the best when I do things at random, how I feel, just like this. 10 minutes before I started this live stream, I didn't plan, and I didn't know that I will start this live stream today. But then I just thought, I have to finish this harness from yesterday instead of just doing it. Why not? Why not? Why not just put on the live stream, and it doesn't require me to do anything really, right? Why not just put on the live stream and I can easily finish it even while I'm talking and looking at the screen sometimes, right? And I was thinking, like, plus the benefit of this is that people can ask me questions again, because they weren't able to for a long time. But it seems like the people that would ask questions are not here. Coffee. Very close to finishing. No. The reason I'm using these, I don't know what you'd call it, pliers or whatever, to help me pull that needle through, because my fingers will just slide along the needle, because there's quite a resistance in that, because obviously sewing leather, and sometimes I need that proper grip, that metal grip, metal on metal, especially when I'm going over the sewn parts already. So where I'm trying to push like the thread through the same hole for like a second time or even third time. Right now I'm doing it for a third time. I'm going backwards again the last time. And then when this one comes out now, I will just pull the needles out, just like this. I can just get them out. I don't need them anymore. That's one needle. That's another needle. I'm sewing with two needles. That's usually what you do. Two needles and two ends, or at two ends, at both ends. One needle at both ends. When you sew leather, okay, because there's a special technique in sewing leather. You make the needles of both ends meet at the hole, and you pull them in a such fashion, in a such way that you don't actually go through the existing, or through the thread that's already inside, so you don't slide the needle through like middle of the thread, because when you do that, what can happen is that you can pull out the thread that's already in the hole, and it's not gonna look good. And also doing this, and I was way too smart right now, pulled it out, and I forgot that I actually want to, so I'm gonna put the needles back in, that I want to do something more to it, even better. And I want to sort of slide it under the zip as opposed on the outside, because on the outside there will be wear and tear. It will be rubbing on clothes and, well, on bare skin as well. It might be uncomfortable as well on the skin. This is what the back looks like. And then I'm just gonna slide it under the belt, under the zipper, under the zipper fabric. But not here, not here. I'm gonna do one like this. Okay. This is the problem with a fabric like this. I mean, thread like this. I got a cotton thread, full cotton, unwaxed. It really tends to tangle and twist and whatever. If you just pull it uncontrollably and without adjusting it while you're pulling it, it can just easily form a knot on its own before fully sliding through the hole. You may end up with a knot, and you might be unable to actually get that knot to loosen up, right? And that's why you might then have to actually, in the worst case, result in cutting off the knot, and that way pretty much your whole, all the sewing that you've done, all the stitching before that, because it's the same thread, you might have to just pull that out and start again, because you basically, if you cut that knot, you might not have enough thread left anymore in there to actually finish it off, tied off securely, and then start again. And also, if you do, it just looks much better. Looks much better if you do it all with one same continuous thread. That's why I try to just get a really long piece of thread, even such long that I know that it's gonna be quite a bit longer than I need. Okay, and basically I pretty much finished now, and I'll show you how much thread I got left. Right now, this is not that much as I usually get. So I sort of saved this time as well, saved some thread, but I got pretty much just within the comfortable length I like to work with. Because it's always good to have extra thread rather than come up short, especially somewhere before the end. And then you have to do 5 more hauls or 10 more hauls with new thread, and obviously the previous thread you have to tie it off, finish it, and that tie off that knot, it's visible on there, that you can see it. And if you have 2 of them, it looks pretty bad, pretty uneven. 2 of them at different places. You just want to start somewhere, let's say from the top, and one continuous stitch, right, to the bottom. And if you start in one side, because this harness, since it has a zipper, it has 2 symmetrical or mirrored parts, like this, the chest harness, right, opening for the breasts. No, it's kind of small opening for the breast, so it's not necessarily for female breasts, you know, some females could fit their breasts through there, but let's just say it's just the opening sort of for the nipples, kind of. I'm making it for myself, so yeah, it doesn't need to be for female breasts. But this can be always adjusted, even the same harness. Yeah, not many people listening to me, but oh well. I hope people will replay this afterwards and watch it. Those people who actually missed it and who actually care. The people who were excited for my videos again. It's kind of sunny, but it's good for the light. But at the same time, it just hits my face, and then my face just lights up. So, and I was gonna show you. I don't know. It's pretty bad, I guess. Let's do it this way as a proper photography. You got a white sheet of paper as a background, so you can see the black thread. Well, still, if the sun reflects. So, well, this is pretty much fully stretched. You can see the zipper on the bottom. Just compared to the size of my hand, the two ends of the thread pretty much equal length. I was able to get it pretty much equally. And this is how long they still are, right? Compared to the harness, it's pretty much still the same length as the whole way. But obviously, since you're going through the holes, you can't just cut a thread the same length that you're going to, you know, that you're going to stitch. That's obvious. That's common sense. Because you'd end up, well, first of all, that would be so short for you to work with. You also need to add working length for comfortable work, which is this, right? It's also my reserve, but my working length. Now, obviously, these names, these terms that I use, those are not professional. I'm not professional. I'm amateur in stitching. But you know, I can at least say basic things like this that you need to do. So this is, you know, at least the working, or half of this maybe is the total limit of working length that you need to have, because your needle also needs to be, when the thread is threaded through, you need to have long enough back thread on the needle so that when you're going through the hole and pulling it out, it doesn't, the thread doesn't just slide, you know. Yeah, okay. I'll now make the knot tied off. The thread is under the zipper at this point. Underneath there, right? Under the zipper strap. That makes it more neat, and you know, hides things, hides that knot, and also protects it from friction. where I just tied off a couple of times, I don't know, 5 times, 6 times. The more you do it, the bigger bump you'll have underneath, and the more it will be sticking out. So I think I did it like 5 times, and even despite this, you know, trying to hide it, I'll still leave a little bit off thread, right? I'm not going to cut it completely to the zipper, because where the knot is, right, where I made the knots, where I tied it off, you don't want to cut it right by the knot, because that's going to pretty much immediately, the knot is going to come loose, you know, completely loosen itself. And this is kind of a, you know, I guess, professional way of finishing it off, and you know, basically leaving thread like that. Like if you notice anywhere on clothing as well and stuff like that, threads are, there's, you know, quite long threads leaving it hanging. I mean, you can just tuck that somewhere, but you don't really even have to. It's just something, you know, you have to live with as a, you know, the textile industry. I don't know if the textile industry has thought of a different way now of finishing it, but I'm pretty sure they haven't. But maybe we can come up with something. But to be honest, personally, it doesn't bother me if there's threads. Kind of tucked it in, but obviously in time it will just come out again. What you can use, and I actually might do this because I just sewn one line, right? One line of holes, one line of, just to attach the zipper. It's probably secure enough, but I still have this fabric on the zipper still kind of loose in here in the back, which, you know, shouldn't be a problem, really, you know. But to finish it off more, and also solve the problem with the threads being loose, and also it will probably make sure that the knots that I've made here to finish it off will not loosen in time. I might just put some leather glue or fabric glue. I ran out currently out of glue like that, like contact cement or something, but I ordered some. I don't know whether whether that will be delivered right now. The delivery services should be working, but yeah, no one knows, because I'm waiting for some packages that should have shown up yesterday, and they aren't here yet. Not even today yet. Well, today is just 9 o'clock right now, but anyway. Yeah, there's a lot of things that I've ordered, so I don't know, I hope they come, because I kind of need them right now and not 3 months from now. Okay, but this is how the zipper looks finished on one side. pretty thick zipper. I like thick zippers, not thin. You know, obviously on a thick leather like this, on something like a harness, this is the part with the sliding thing, with the slider. Actually, I'll just show you how it should be shown. How it should be shown. These are the straps for the harness that go in the back. So in the back, sort of like this. That's how we put it on. And then we'll just you slide this through. Leave that because I might have to adjust it. The other part, one, two, 6. Disconnected right now. And then this strap that goes around the back, right, this will be sort of quite high here. Alright, strap with the holes. Now the holes, you slide it through this belt loop keeper, or whatever it's called. And then the buckle is attached here in the front for aesthetic purposes. And then tighten the, I don't know, second hole here. Don't slide it through yet. These are quite resistant. They take quite a force to slide through. The other side, right? Loose strap. Well, the sun is really making. This is the straps on the back, right? And this one. This is the front panel. So there. I did a second hole on this side, second hole here. Let's see how easily or how hard. Now you can try. I want to adjust it a bit higher here, so it comes up a bit higher. One more hole here. One more hole here. 7 holes. I'll actually slide it through this hard part now. It's quite thick. I might have to make it a little less wide. It's pretty hard to slide this through. trying to put the harness on with a harness on. Oh, sun. Really fucking hard. Oh, for frig sakes. Yeah, it didn't make it very wide. It's pretty much like this is 2-inch, 50mm wide strap, and that's the opening in there is pretty much 2-inch, 50mm as well. So trying to slide same thickness of a strap through pretty much same size hole. You know, it should be a little bit larger of a hole. God, I really need to fucking remake that. Spend fucking 10 minutes trying to get one through. Oh, but once it's on, it's fucking secure. Oh, yeah, oh yeah, getting it through. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully this is going to be easier. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this is how I want it. Tight. Okay, now for the zipper. Well, make this a little looser. One, I think, should be enough. And then, yeah. Moment of truth. Never had it through yet on the zipper. Whether the zipper actually works. Okay, this can go tighter. I don't really want to pull this one out anymore. God, this is gummy. Try to pull this down as far as we can. This is as far. There you go. Should be easier now. 1, 2, 4, 8. Yeah. Now it should be properly tied, and oh, yeah, it's much easier actually to slide it through. And these Again, the same kind of thing. All right. They're strapped nice and tidy. And this one. The zipper works. I got this zipper a little bit overhanging here. That's how it's made, that's how it's cut. I don't know what to really do with that. Whether just fold it back and sew it again, or just cut that extremity. I'll probably not cut that off because that's sort of heat finished, I think. Sort of cinched with flame or something so it doesn't all start fraying. Because that's the top part, it has other parts to it. Well, one other part. Alright. Top part, the chest, sort of. And I got a sort of finish attachment here where there's going to be metal, like rectangle rings attached to a belt. I already have this belt that goes on a waist or sort of your stomach. It's really thick, double buckle. It's going to be sort of part of the harness. Oh, it's nice and cold. That feels good. Nice and cold leather. This strap is going to cut pretty much all the way to the buckle. And another strap is going to be put here. A little rectangle ring. Well, I got those here. Rectangle rings like this. These are gunmetal right now. And the rest of my hardware is silver on this, so I'm going to be buying silver ones. But I'll just do it with a gunmetal right now. I can always replace it. I want to wear it already, and then it's just going to be there. A piece of leather there, piece of leather there. And that's going to sort of hold this together with this. It's going to be sort of connected, attached. I'll be doing that right now, I think. Oh, plus I got another so-called bondage belt. That's also going to be sort of, I guess, together with the harness. It's a belt that goes really on the waist. So this is on the stomach. Well, I can use it with this belt or also without it. That just adds some chains and things, a bit more hardware to the style. Everything that's on me right now I made myself, so no need to ask me where I got it or whatever. You'll be able to get it from my shops because I'll be making a lot more of these kind of things. Definitely. Definitely. This won't be there anymore afterwards. I'm planning to put more metal hardware and stuff like that on there. All kinds of rings, like attachments or whatever. Something like things like these. You know, because it's kind of plain. The harness, the zipper works. Is it off center? It's okay. This is just my first prototype of the harness, like a full chest panel. Harness, making it sort of like a jacket, you know. Like what I'm planning to do with this whole complete set, is basically making pretty much like just clothes. This to be basically complete outfit, and it just be a leather harness with like metal hardware on it. And there will be basically so much leather that it's gonna basically classify as a actual, you know, clothes, as actual, you know, outfit or whatever. So it will be, you know, possible to wear it and not, you know, not expose yourself publicly or whatever. Is going to be possible to wear it in public. I'm not going to do that. It's like obviously for others, you know, whoever decides to buy my other ones that I make after, and you won't cause any public offense or whatever by being nude, because there will be so much leather. There will be, I think, yeah, also like attachments. I might put like snap buttons here and just make a leather circles slightly bigger than the cutouts here. We'll be able to just push in the leather circle and completely cover the nipples. We're already gonna, you know, cover that. So yeah, it's definitely fun. It's definitely different. Like, you know, to go out in a public like that, just in a, you know, metal harness like that and a belt, and I'm gonna make a like thigh cuffs for this as well. Elbow cuffs. Obviously, you're gonna have like a set of wrist cuffs, ankle cuffs. So this is gonna be all kinds of straps, plus a collar. I guess a leather collar, you know, same color, black, just with everything. And then there's gonna be some other, you know, headgear and stuff like that, whatever, from leather crown or leather like dog ears, whatever, bunny ears, to muzzle, to, you'll be able to have a horse or pony, you know, full harness with even a tongue bit like the gug. Yeah, pretty fucking crazy ideas in my head. I'm a very twisted person, but I guess, you know, a lot of people are the same like me. And if they hear this, they just consider it fun. Now I noticed I think I'll be redoing this again. But that's why I do it. So I tried it now this way, and I'm gonna have to redo it a little bit. It didn't just didn't cut it just quite well, quite on a proper angle as I should. But oh well, maybe I'll let it actually wear out a little bit. Yeah, but I got definitely a bit more that I need to cut off here. Yeah, that's okay. Oh, not really, if you consider it, because I'm just trying to pull it really close to my neck, both of these straps. But if someone wants to wear it further apart, I guess if I just, yeah, it's either that or I'll have to pull it even closer. Yeah, it just needs to wear out a little bit. Okay, so. Oh, this live stream has been over an hour. Okay. Not much conversation. Literally zero. But that's okay. It naturally wants to come closer. So, oh, like this, right now it's fine. If I get like closer, it's coming closer. I don't know if you can even help it. You know, when you want to have a zipper on there. I don't want to brag or anything, but whoever did this, well, till the end, I guess that's pretty long time now, and I want you to guess if you can write in the comments. I didn't make this leather jacket myself, but if you can guess how much it cost, I don't know, you can say in British pounds or euro, dollar, whatever, somewhere at least that, near the number. I mean, most of these currencies are pretty similar. The only thing I'll tell you, it cost quite a bit. It's a real leather. Well, obviously, real leather, but it's like butter soft. And the fucking hardware is beautiful on there. I'm just wondering if some of you maybe know, brands that make really good, luxury leather jackets. And by the way, it says, I think, on the website, feminine fit, some kind of cut. The only thing is that it's kind of short, right? So it's the, obviously for men, it's like a long leather jackets, but it's like, I don't know. I like this kind of cut. So I got this kind of cut, feminine cut. But oh, that's it. If you can guess how much it got, I'd be really interested in hearing those guesses, whether anyone gets close. Okay, and see you later again. I don't know when, but should be soon because I want to kind of get back to this YouTube. So, see ya.